We can do a mic'd up takeover if you want. Guys, stay tuned. We'll do a mic'd up takeover with Abby and Josh, so stay tuned for that one. Today I'm talking about Romanian deadlifts. I'm setting a warm-up set. This is the one everybody wanted. We'll probably shoot for something heavy, double or triple today on RDLs, and I'll talk a little bit about the Romanian deadlift. So, in my opinion, Romanian deadlift's probably the deadlift athletes should do. There's a good reason for this, is because unlike pulling off the floor, which is a good, starting strength movement, you have to generate strength from a static beginning. But most of the time when we initiate athletic movement, it's a triphasic movement, and by that we mean there's an eccentric, a brief isometric, and then a concentric part to the movement. And RDL basically mirrors that, but we can load that maximally. So, for instance, what I'm saying is, do another warm-up set for you, is here, there is an eccentric portion to the movement, isometric, then concentric. So it's a proper triphasic movement, proper hinge pattern. Pulling off the floor is an important skill, but it's not necessarily a super important athletic skill. But that triphasic movement of glutes, hamstrings, lengthening under load, and then rapidly reversing that is a really important athletic movement that we have to get good at. So something else people ask me is, why do you hook grip all your Romanian deadlifts? And this is a hangover from when I used to Olympic lift, because obviously you're taught to hook grip, and I took to hook grip really early on. The other reason I don't like straps is it makes the bar feel thicker. I can't get as tight a closed fist, so I feel like I'm not connected to the bar properly with straps. So it's why I don't use straps. But now I'm just at a point, thanks to jiu-jitsu, thanks to doing this, where I don't have a ton of feeling in my hands, so hook gripping is not a problem. The other thing is, with a hook grip, I feel I can take a narrower grip and a tighter grip, so I'm more attached to the bar. Now, this isn't for everybody. Just in there. Now, another point people make is, how low should I go for Romanian deadlifts? Well, the thing is, that's predicated on your hamstring length. As you push your hips back, you should be able to maintain position to a point where you feel like there's maximum hamstring tension, and that can vary from person to person. For some people it'll be here, for some people it will be just below the knee. But what you find, generally people want to go deeper, they'll get to here, and then they'll unlock their position to try and go lower. They're breaking position, you're deloading the hamstrings. That's not the point. So the idea is you maintain position and go as far as you feel your hamstrings will let you, without compromising your positioning. So point is, if you want to use straps, use straps. At the end of the day, RDL isn't or shouldn't be a grip exercise. It's a glute hamstring exercise, and you can't lose sight of that. Wear a belt too if you want, if your low back feels like it's perhaps in need of a little bit of support. At the end of the day, you're trying to load glutes, hamstrings maximally. That's the whole point of a heavy Romanian deadlift. That's why it's such a useful exercise. So I'm probably going to work to a heavy double. Decided to belt up. Back's a little bit stiff from jiu-jitsu yesterday, even though I kind of taught a session and sparred a little bit at the end. Had a little bit of time off, so just being careful getting back into it. But the other point I wanted to make before I finish is that RDL should and can be treated like a main movement. You can program it like you program conventional deadlift, squats, and it can be pushed really heavy as a main movement. So get this idea out of your head that it's an accessory exercise. We've got guys now who are Romanian deadlifting equivalent to or just under their conventional deadlift. So don't tell me that it can't be loaded heavily. So today, this will probably be the last set. It's working up to heavy double of some sort, EDM style, and a couple of back off sets at something lighter. But biggest thing I see, it's kind of death to an RDL if you're doing it badly, is separation between you and the bar. As soon as the bar comes away from you, it's going to pull you forward. You're going to start getting shear stress through the spine. You can keep the bar as close to you as possible, maintain that hamstring tension, lat tension. You're going to have a pretty good RDL most of the time. See how this goes now.